Okay, so in Scratch, as you saw in the documentation, we have sprites, and you see down here I have a drum sprite and a sax sprite and a face sprite, and then I have these little sprites over here as well, and they each have a little bit of code associated with them. But you'll notice here that this looks kind of funky. You haven't seen this before. For example, this says sax.c and then some parentheses after it. In programming, and you'll see this in the documentation, you have a target, and in this case the target would be the sax, and then you have a decimal point. It's a method selector, that's what that's called. And then you have the verb or what you want to do to this object. And so this is saying go to the sax object and perform the activity of, C, however that's been defined. So in this case, what that means is when I hit that C key, it plays the C note. Same thing if I hit the G key, it'll play the G note, and that's because that's defined in the G sprite. And so again, it goes target.verb. So anytime you want something to happen, let's just look at the drum here. Notice when I receive drum.lots, okay, drum is the name of the sprite, that's the drum sprite. Dot is the method selector, and the method that it would be receiving is lots. When it receives that, it will go ahead and repeat this 3 times. The reason it's called lots is because, well, it does it lots. So if I just hit this, it'll just do it once. So it received drum.once, which is defined over here in the beat. Broadcast drum.once. I'll go back to drum. If I do the 4/4 here, it received the drum.lots message because the 4/4 is defined here. And so the important thing, I guess, to get out of this whole entire thing, this little lesson here, is that whenever we're calling on a method, we have to first use the object, which in the case of Scratch is a sprite, the method selector, which is a decimal point always, and then the verb, or what do I do command. Okay, so good luck, you guys, and I hope you enjoy this lesson.